No assumptions.
Talking about death and dying can be hard. Talking about the people that we love who have died.
Talking to the people we love about the end of their life.
And talking about our own death and our wishes when the time comes. It's hard to think that I won't always be here, but none of us will live forever.
For someone with a learning disability, talking about your own death can be a little bit harder. People can make lots of assumptions about our quality of life, about how much I will understand, whether I have mental capacity, and my wishes understood.
Don't make any assumptions. Talk to me. Ask me questions. Help me to understand what is happening and what choices I have. Make information accessible. Think about using pictures to help me understand the information you are giving me. Talk to the people who know me well.
I'm Philip's sister and I look after him. If Philip wasn't able to tell you what he wanted to happen, I would know. Talk to me.
Think more widely about who someone's family is. Sometimes paid carers are the person's family and we know them well. Talk to us. Be open-minded about who the person's family is.
Know the law.
The Mental Capacity Act is the legal framework you need to understand when decisions are being made at the end of someone's life.
Don't make any assumptions about my mental capacity.
Best interest decision making fits within this framework. There is a 9-point checklist which is part of the best interest decision making process to ensure the decisions have been made correctly and that where possible the persons themselves have been included.
Put the person whose life it is at the centre.
Talk to the person. If needed, use pictures to help people understand the information you are giving them.
Talk to the people who know them best. Think broadly about who family is to them and include paid carers.
Think about advocacy. Independent mental capacity advocates can help support people to make a decision.
Get the decision making right. This doesn't just mean coming to the right decision. It means making sure the process you go through is right for the person, respects their views and choices, and is made within the framework of the Mental Capacity Act.
Thinking about the end of our life.
It's really important that everyone gets a chance to think about big questions.
What do I want to happen when I get to end of my life?
It can be less scary for people to start thinking of this before becoming very unwell.
It is brave to have these conversations. It doesn't have to be sad. It could be funny and joyful. We can think about resuscitation if you explain it properly. We can make decisions in advance. We can think about our funeral and how we want to be remembered. If we can be brave, so can you.
There are templates and plans that you and I can use to help our discussions and decisions. Talk to us about it.
Decisions about resuscitation.
People with a learning disability might be nervous discussing decisions about resuscitation.
We've heard that sometimes these haven't been done right. People didn't know that a decision had been made. Trust needs to be rebuilt. There are some important points that you need to be clear about so we understand.
Do not resuscitate does not mean no treatment will be given. Resuscitation is not guaranteed to work. Out of 100 people who are resuscitated, about 23 survive. A person can make their own decision not to be resuscitated. But the decision to resuscitate someone is a clinical medical decision.
Make a decision not to be resuscitated is voluntary. We can do this if we have capacity. and we can change our mind.
The decision should be reviewed at least once a year or more often if things change.
People recover. Don't discharge me from hospital with the do not resuscitate decision still in place if I'm now fit and well. And don't forget to tell North East Ambulance Service. It's in the special patient notes.
Useful resources.
In the North East, Decide and Write is an initiative for making care decisions in advance. It is a website and app full of resources to help successfully plan care in advance. There are resources in easy read and film versions to support people with a learning disability.
Go and explore Deciding right now to make sure you're aware of all resources available.
You might also want to know a bit more about the history of people with a learning disability and how avoidable deaths have been a part of our lives for a long time.
Death by indifference, 74 deaths and counting.
The confidential inquiry into the premature deaths of people with learning disabilities, known as SIPOLD.
Protect, respect, connect. Decision about living and dying well during COVID-19. CQC reports.
Death by indifference, a progress report 5 years on.
Thanks for listening.